this is a lesson on just the intro of Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. It's a pretty difficult riff, but as far as good sounding intermediate riffs go, this one's fairly easy. So if you follow these instructions on where to put your fingers very carefully, this one's actually not too bad. Check it out. What we're going to do is put your index finger on fret 13 on the high E string. So this one is just past your double dot, fret 13, so you don't have to count all the way up there. Just put your index finger there. Now it has to be the index finger. This is going to be important later. Let's put your middle finger on fret number 14 on the G string. So you want to count 2 strings away from where you started, and just 1 fret higher, you're going to put your middle finger there. Now we're going to leave both those fingers there at the same time because we're going to need both of them. So the next step is with your pick, you're going to play the open D string. Always going to play that one before we play the next 2 notes. Then you follow with your G string on the 14th fret, and then that 13th fret on the E string, and then you come right back to 14. So the first thing you want to do is practice finding, with those fingers I suggested, finger 1 and finger 2, finding those frets and going, and you can really loop that. If you loop that, the rest is easy. Now if you want to do a simple picking pattern, just play down the whole time. If you want to do something a little bit more advanced, you should go down, up, always. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, just like that. Next, we're going to move your middle finger, that's on 14, on that G string. We're going to slide it down to fret 12. Now that's not an audible slide. I just want to put my finger there without really lifting it far from the string. And I'm going to use my ring finger, that's my 3rd finger, on fret 12 on the E string. Now that's very important again. You have to use your middle finger and your ring finger. And if you start the song like this and you continue using this pattern of using your index finger or your ring finger, it's going to be easy. Now you just apply the same pattern. So I'm going to go open, 12, 12, 12, using the same strings and the same picking technique. I'm going to take these 2 12th frets and just move them down to 10. Remember, you're using the same fingers, so you shouldn't have switched. So then I play that, and then I'm going to move down one more time with my middle finger. I'm going to slide that down to fret 9 with the dot on it. I'll remove my ring finger this time and put my index finger on fret 8 on the E string. So still using the exact same strings, exact same picking pattern, but now I've got 9 with my middle finger and 8 with my index. And that's really the first half of the intro. So to start that again, remember, go to 14 and 13. Slide that middle finger back to 12 and use your ring finger specifically to get 12 on the E. Slide those 2 down to 10. Slide your middle finger down to 9 and put your index on 8. We're going to continue moving that middle finger down to fret 5. So you're still on the G string, your middle finger's on fret 5, and your ring finger is going to get fret 5 in the E string. So every time that you have to play 2 notes on the same fret, it's going to be middle and ring finger here. So now I'm going to play the same pattern, D, knock that middle finger back to fret 4, and use your index finger to play fret 3 on the E string. Now here's the only part that's really quite different. Now with your middle finger, we are going to make an audible slide. We're going to play the 4th fret again, and we're going to slide down to 2. Now when you do a slide, make sure your thumb doesn't get stuck on the back of the neck. Make sure you push down into the guitar and keep the pressure down as you slide. When you practice this, you might develop a callus on your middle finger, but it's going to take a little bit of pain before it gets easier. Okay? So that means that after I played that note as part of my regular pattern, and I'm playing it again to slide down to 2, and my index finger plays fret 1 on the E string. So that means that after I played 4, 3, 4, I should really not lift my index finger too far. You don't have to keep it pressed down because it'll get in your way, but keep it nearby and stop on the first note on the E string. And the whole thing is... Now before you go off and practice that, just watch one time my index finger as it slides down and never moves, and then I'll play it a second time and watch how I switch between my index and my ring finger. So watch that middle finger. Okay, watch my index and ring this time. Okay, then I finish off by just playing A twice. That's the open A string. I play it twice. I play the 3rd fret on that string. That's A, A, C. And then I play the D string open. Play the 3rd fret. Give it a little bend. You know how to do that. And then play open D. That was open A twice. 3rd fret, open D, then I play the 3rd fret on D, then I play open D. And that's it. That's your whole Wanted Dead or Alive intro. Good luck.